I have a sister-in-law. She married my husband's brother, and she's a model. Her name's Abigail O'Neill. She started modelling at the age of 36, and they thought she was 17. She lives like this. She's never drunk, she's never smoked. Mind you, there's a bit of genetics there. She's very beautiful. But remember that genetics loads the gun, but lifestyle pulls the trigger. There are many beautiful women that by the age of getting into their 40s, the wrinkles and the cellulitis is coming, but not with this woman. She's incredibly beautiful. They said to her one day, "We don't want a 17-year-old for this photo shoot." She said, "I'm 40. And her husband has built her some steps, and she does this every day, the high-intensity interval training. She's a great illustration that genetics may load the gun. She's got some good genes there, but it's lifestyle that pulls the trigger. In fact, she's stepped into the modelling game. She's stepped into a hole because so many models by the age of 40, they're drinking too much coffee, smoking too much, so they don't want to eat, and the cellulitis and the wrinkles come, but not so my sister-in-law. I'm sure the wrinkles will come, but they're taking a while. See, there is a formula, and if you abide by the formula, you will get the results. The movie stars pay $1,000 a week for this, the human growth hormone, because their profession is dependent on them looking good. Well, I'm offering it to you cut price today. 15 minutes of high-intensity interval training a day will cause a release of the human growth hormone, and that will remain active for 24 hours. What a bargain. If you don't think you've got 15 minutes in a day, it's time to do an assessment of what you do with your time. I was reading in a book called Christ Objects Lessons about the stories that Jesus gave, and one about the talents. And the writer commented that the talent we will be most accountable for is the talent of time. What do you do with your time? And if you don't think you've got time to exercise, start to make an assessment of how much time you spend on your phone, how much time you spend on your computer, your iPad. What do you do with your time? In fact, this is the best insurance policy that you can make, because the dividends it gives back far exceed the effort you put into it. Far exceed. Now you know the secret. And by the way, you can have twin girls, identical twins. One goes to the mountains and lives like a hippie, and one gets into modelling and then movies and takes the human growth hormone. By the age of 50, the wrinkles are coming anyway, and she can't afford the human growth hormone, so she stops. And in 6 months, she ages 10 years. Now let's have a look at both of those women when they're 60. Who's going to look good? The hippie in the rainforest, or the hippie in the mountains, who naturally does the high intensity in her work. One lady said to me, "Yeah, but I'm active all day." I said, "It won't do it. You've got to take that little chunk to do this high intensity, because at the end of it, you're going to need a shower or dive in the creek because you're pushing yourself to the extreme." Some people are a bit scared to do that. They think they'll have a heart attack. No one's ever had a heart attack doing this.